It has been so long since I filmed a video. I have never gone this long without filming a video. I took basically an entire month break, which I don't think I've ever even taken a week break before, but you guys, I just needed it. I just needed time to not film videos and not do YouTube and just kind of enjoy my family and enjoy other things. And I just kind of like took a little break. So I am back. And I want to talk a little bit about kind of like my plans for this upcoming year, because I do actually have several weeks, almost probably some months worth of videos kind of planned out for you guys. I want to do at least 2 videos a week. So that is the plan as of right now. And one of the things that I have been kind of just thinking about for several months now is how I really want to kind of go back to my roots. When I first started this channel, and I wanted to ask, if you guys have been with me since the beginning, will you leave a comment down below and let me know? Because I have been doing YouTube for nearly 2.5 years now. And when I first started my channel, it was just strictly homeschool hacks, advice, curriculum reviews, and things like that. It was just only homeschool. And so one of the things that I want to do in this upcoming year is go back to more of my roots of how I started this channel. One of the things that I did when I started out was I kept all of my videos really short. So I would have, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos a week. When I first started this channel, I did 5 videos a week. I don't even know how I did that. I couldn't do that anymore, but I did that when I first started. And now I want to do 2 videos a week, like I said, but my Wednesday videos are going to be more shorter videos. I'm going to try to keep those to 5 minutes or less, and they're going to be some type of homeschool hack or tip. That is my plan for Wednesday. So you can look forward to having a shorter video from me on Wednesdays. Then on Fridays, I have them kind of divided out over the course of the month. So the first Friday of every month, I'm going to do some type of like faith-based video, whether that be me sharing my faith or talking about different holidays or like crafts and activities that you can do with your kids for certain holidays and things like that. Like I have things I want to share about St. Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. And so I'm going to share those on the first Friday of the month. So if you are not a person of the Christian faith, you can just feel free to skip those videos, or you can watch them anyway and just kind of learn some fun things that you could do with your kids, or just, different, interesting things that I want to share with you guys. So those will be on the first Friday of the month. And I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the most popular topics, actually the most popular topic that is watched on my channel, is the topic of sensory processing disorder. My sensory processing disorder videos have by far the most views. They get the most consistent comments and all of that. So I know that there are people out there, like you possibly, who are really searching for more information on special needs and sensory processing disorder. And so I am going to take time every 3rd Friday of the month. I am going to do just some type of video about sensory processing special needs, something like that. More than likely, they're not going to be very long videos, and some of them will be kind of just applicable to anybody who has children. One of my videos that I did, oh my goodness, a very long time ago, at least 1.5 years ago, was all about patience. And so I like that video because it's a video that, yes, it was geared towards people who have children with sensory processing disorder, but it is applicable to any parent. It is just kind of advice from a mom who has some children who are slightly more difficult in one way or another. And one of those lessons that I've learned being a mom is patience. And I think that patience is the very first lesson that I learned as a mom. And so anyway, I'm going to do more videos like that on the 3rd Friday of every single month. And then my only other plan is that the last Friday of the month, I'm going to do some type of homeschool update, or possibly like a vlog, day in the life, homeschool type of video. So those are my plans. I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. And I'm going to do lots of other videos, lots of different topics and things like that. And some weeks I'll do more than 2 videos, but I really want to plan to do 2 videos a week just for that consistency, because I think that'll really help me. And those are going to be on Wednesdays and Fridays. Now, I am not a big New Year's resolution person. I did New Year's resolutions 2 years ago, I think. Did I do one last year? I don't know. And I found that over this last year, I'm just not a New Year's resolution person. I'm just not. I don't find that they are valuable to me personally. And so rather than do any type of like New Year's resolution or anything like that, this year I'm doing a word of the year. And I actually picked 2 words that I am going to be kind of focusing on this year. So the first word that is kind of like more of my focus for my mindset of the year is the word sustain. And I felt like last year was honestly one of the hardest years I have had. It was a very, very hard year for many different reasons. And one of those reasons was just that with all of that difficulty, I just could not sustain myself and my family and my routines and my schedule and all of that. Like, I feel like everything was just all over the place. I was completely inconsistent, and I thrive on consistency. I thrive on routine. And when I don't have that in my life, like, I feel like basically like I'm failing across the board, if that makes any sense. And so the idea behind the word sustaining was, for me personally, when things are difficult, and things will be difficult, there are always things that come in life that are difficult, whether those be big things or little things. And for me personally, I just want to be able to sustain through all of those things. I don't want a difficult time to come, or a sickness, because sickness is throwing me off too. If you can tell right now, I actually have a head cold, but I'm, still trying to keep going through things, but I'm giving myself that time for self-care and all of that as well. So that's part of the sustaining, mindset, where like, yes, I do need to try to keep maintaining these, routines and schedules that I've set for myself, but also a huge, huge, huge part of that is being able to have time for self-care, or time with my family and time with my husband, time with friends, and all of that. I'm just the type of person that when I can get a lot of things done, I'm just a happier person. I am more content. I am more at peace. I like to be productive. But when I'm going through something difficult with my family or whatever it may be, those type of things, I just don't do them as well. And so I really am trying to work this year on sustaining through everything. If we go through a hard time, if something, happens that we don't expect, that I don't let it completely derail me. So that's kind of why I picked that word. I just want to make sure that I am sustained, and a large part of that is my faith. Honestly, through all of those times I prayed, and I just don't know that I always prayed for myself. I kind of prayed for everyone else, and I didn't take care of myself. And so that's kind of, the sustaining is all about sustaining myself, and I can really only do that with God. And so that's one of my words. And my second word is more of the practical word of how, you can almost call this a resolution, but I don't want it to be a resolution. The word is just simplicity. I am all about simplicity right now. And I kind of started heading towards that mindset. I'm trying to think, maybe back October, November, I started decluttering big time, getting rid of tons of stuff, and just trying to make our lives simpler. Because there's 7 of us, and the older my kids get, the crazier our life gets. We are so much busier. There are so many different places to take the kids, things to do, and even with homeschooling, like so much more that I'm teaching or responsible for. And so I think simplicity is the only way that I am ever going to feel at peace in my home. So this past weekend, I went through all of my little boys' clothes. So I have 3 little boys. They are 5, 7, and 9. And I went through all of their clothing. And I am donating 3 full garbage bags of clothing, because they had hand-me-downs and then new clothes that I had bought for them, or family members had bought for them, or whatever. And what I ended up doing was basically getting rid of almost all the hand-me-downs, because boys destroy clothing. And so it's a great idea to have hand-me-downs, but then when you have so many boys, like Eric, who's the 5-year-old, he has so much clothing. He will never be able to wear all this clothing. And so what I did was I just set aside 7 to 9 long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, pants, and shorts. And then just 3 pairs of pajamas. That's all I set aside. Huge pile of underwear, because they kind of go through that. And lots of socks. And then 1 sweatshirt per kid. And that's it. That is what I kept. Oh, I'm sorry. And then all of their church clothes. So they each have between 2 and 4 pairs of church pants, because Gregory has some really cool pants that are like different colors. Like he has these, oh gosh, I don't even know what color. It's like a bright greenish pastel kind of color that he wore for Easter. And so he's not going to wear those every Sunday, but I don't want to get rid of them because I love them. And so he has 4 pants, and I think Eric actually only has 2 pairs of church pants, navy blue and khaki. And then they all have, like a few polo shirts, like short sleeve polo shirts or long sleeve polo shirts, button down shirts, and I think they each have 2 sweaters. And that's it. That's all they have, and my plan has been to just go through everybody's wardrobe. I already did my husband's. His is all organized now. I am constantly doing mine because I'm always bringing in new things, so I need to be more intentional about, like, if I bring something in, I need to let go of something. And so I've been doing that with the clothes. I've already completely decluttered our living room. I'll show you a picture because I love the way it looks. It makes me like so happy to walk into that room. I have decluttered my kitchen. I have decluttered all of our like toiletries and bathroom supplies and things like that. So I am literally going through everything in the house to make our life simpler. And I am just trying to make all of our routines simpler. Like, the kids just have this little check-off list and they just go through and check things off and get it done. I also have my own check-off list that is from, I think it's Motivated Moms, and I think it's $9 a year for the like access to all of their downloads. I will link to it down below if you guys are interested in that. And I will do a video about my planners that I'm using this year because I'm doing something totally different. And it's really working. So anyway, I'm using the Motivated Moms checklist every single day, and I'm just checking things off and getting everything done. And it's so simple because it is right there in front of you, and I don't have to rewrite things every day. It's just kind of all there in one place, and it's just making our lives so much easier. And one more thing that I want to do this coming year, which it probably fits into both of those categories, sustain and simplify, is I really want Sundays to really be a day of rest. I want to make sure I am taking time on Sundays, probably not the entire afternoon because we do go to church in the morning, but I want to at least take a chunk of time in the afternoons on Sundays to just rest. I am terrible at resting. Like, even if I'm like, I'm going to watch an episode of my favorite show, I never just sit down and watch an episode of my favorite show. I'm also lesson planning or working on my planner, or I don't know, like, I'm always doing something, or like shopping on Amazon for school supplies while I am listening to the show. Like, I never just sit down and rest. And it's really frustrating. So I need to work better on that because that is a huge issue. Like, people need to be able to rest. And the reason that I wasn't able to kind of sustain myself through this last year was because I didn't work hard enough on making time for myself to rest. And one of the things that I saw this fall as I was kind of getting run down over the course of this year was that I was getting colds constantly. I kept getting colds, and so I had to force myself to really rest. And so I have a head cold right now, but I actually feel fine. It's just like congestion. But I have forced myself to rest, and I'm getting better so much faster than I did back in the fall. I would just carry these colds for at least 2 weeks, and this time I'm better in less than a week. So I definitely think that resting is just a huge important part of simplifying and sustaining and kind of just having a better life. Because if we just go all the time, like, where is the quality of life in that? That's just not, that for me personally, that just doesn't feel like the kind of life I want to have. With having, 5 children, our lives are going to be very busy. And I do know that, but that doesn't mean that we run ourselves ragged. Sometimes we are going to need to pick and choose different things that we are able to do. This weekend, my husband had to go to one thing and I had to go to another thing. And I would have loved to go to the thing that he went to, but my oldest son had a birthday party to go to. And that was the priority for him because that was important to build those friendships for my kids. And so I took him to that birthday party and my husband was able to go to the other party. And so sometimes you just have to make these priorities, and that's just a part of it. That's a part of having a quality life for everyone in your family. And so rather than trying to like run here and run there and try to do both of those things, like, we were able to just kind of simplify and say, you do one, I do one. And that way I don't have to feel like a crazy person all the time. Because sometimes I just feel like a crazy person a lot of the time, and I don't want to feel that way. So, and one last thing about simplifying is that when you simplify your life, when you simplify your clothes, your kitchen, your books, whatever it may be, you have less to do. You have less laundry, you have less cleaning, you have less things to just even like deal with organizing. And so for me, when it's 7 people, that's like a huge amount. So I think that, being able to cut down on things will really, really make a big difference for me. And the very last thing that I wanted to talk to you about were these earrings. So I just kind of want to do a little thank you to all of you guys who have been with me, who have been supporting me and watching my videos. I'm sorry I took such a long hiatus over kind of like that Christmas winter break, but I am back and I have these really amazing earrings that I want to share with you guys. So these earrings are made by Laurel Macy, and she is actually my cousin-in-law, my husband's cousin, and she is just a very beautifully artistic person, and she creates these earrings. She actually has ones right now that I just saw on Instagram that are heart-shaped for Valentine's Day. But there are some that are so cool. These kind of look more like a stone, and then these are this beautiful burgundy color. I have 2 sets of these that I want to give away. So I'm going to give away one of these here on my YouTube channel. So leave a comment, make sure you like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment down below and let me know something that you would like to see in the upcoming year. And then follow me on Instagram and you can try to win the other pair. So I will make sure to share both of these on, my Instagram account, that way you can get a good close-up look at them. And you can feel free to enter here in this video and also enter over on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me for the past 2.5 years here on YouTube. I think you guys are amazing, and I really appreciate all of the people who send me comments and who like our videos. These are my videos. I'm the only one that makes these videos, but I have lots of things I want to share with you guys in the coming months. I want to share with you why my video is called A Common Life, because nobody really knows except a few people in my personal life. And so I'm going to share that with you, and just lots of other things. I'm going to share with you my planner. I'm going to share with you some of our homeschool organizing things and routines and things like that. So make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.